This is October 26th, 2022. It is about 2 p.m. It's Wednesday. And what I'm about to show you is two different layers of microwave auditory effect, RF hearing / electronic harassment. So these loud pulses are going to be like snaps, and then there's a layer of communication here also. So you see and you notice how robotic that is. Those are going to be voice clips, and like I was telling you, this is a really strong pulse that's constantly being blasted into the house, and there's their deliberate harassment speech clips, and then in addition to that there's this very sneaky, on the floor here is what it's referred to, there's another layer of communication here, and that is where that whisper tone that will communicate in real time and say whatever sort of freaky shit that you could imagine. So here it is again. So I've never seen anyone do this like this, but this is working, and this is another option that I would like people to know is out there, and people should try to be as optimistic as possible, because we're not doing anything wrong. It should just the attempt of a rollout of some unethical things that have a lot to do with technology and obliviousness of the public. notice, every time I move this around, we're getting a completely different result. Every single time they start to hear themselves too clearly, then they change around what's happening. So that is, that's just what's happening. Each one of these settings really make a big difference. Before I had unchecked this box, that speech on the floor was very hard to hear, and now it's tough to hear also, but it's a lot easier to hear in comparison. So this is a very good reception of what is a discrete, very, very discrete harassment mechanism. So if it doesn't sound crystal clear, that's because these people, there's been lots and lots of years of the best scientists in the world trying to make this as discrete as possible, as unfindable as possible. And now what's happening is other generations are utilizing those tools that were made all those years ago. That's my opinion, at least. Okay, so I just want to show you. This should make a sound also. Yeah, you see? So you see how much electromagnetic radiation is hitting in my house? And that's their speech pattern also. So that's the other method that I was talking about. So this first thing right here, software-defined radio. Okay, any computer can run this. This is an AirSpy, software-defined radio. And I'm running off sound card. You can probably pick up the same thing running off the SDR dongle, you know, because I have picked up a lot of their speech on that. But I prefer to use this. I've been having better results doing it this way. But just once again, check this out. So I'm holding this constantly. I'm not pushing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, because you would be able to tell if I was. So that's their pulse of energy that's fluctuating. Because it's a narrow beam of energy, we're going to get different results in different places, just like I was saying in the last video. So because of the length of the cord, I've now crouched down and put it around where my head is. And look at all that speech pattern I got. And I just want to say how great I feel, because when you block that, your body feels better for a second, and you can, like, it's like taking a deep breath of fresh air. Another thing is I've got 2 layers of screen right here, not just one. And another thing is, like, they've been attacking at nighttime, trying to send microwave visual effects and trying to give people bad visuals and trying to just get bad results out of people. So please keep that in mind, and everybody try to be as smart as possible. And they will try all sorts of different crazy angles to try to get through this, and sometimes they do sneak through this just a little bit. Like last night, for example, what would have been the 25th of October, 2022. In the late hours of the night and early hours of the morning, I was having a very tough time sleeping, even with the shielding methods in place, because they were just really trying to get through. So, like, when there's that much of an attempt to get through with military-grade weapons, then they're going to get through a little bit. But it's still so much better with these shields in place. I just want to say that, just so you're not having too much of an expectation with this. Although that's a pretty damn good effect.